Hey y'all, and welcome back. Get on in here, get on in here. We need to recap Love and Marriage Huntsville, Season 6, Episode 24. While you coming on in, gonna smash that subscribe button. Go ahead and hit that thumbs up, that like button, and also leave some comments below because we got a lot to talk about. Okay, so y'all, the first scene opened up. You got the Fletchers on date night. They out dancing, having a good time. And they winding down and going having a seat while they have a little conversation. Now, it just so happened, this conversation, they talking about Martell. They're going to talk about the name change ceremony. They're going to get into all the good stuff. And, honey, let me tell you, I think Miss Fletcher, stay toasted a little bit. It's a couple scenes where you look at the look of Chris' face and you can tell he's a little bit embarrassed. But anyway, they talking about Martell coming over to the house, leaving the bottles of wine, and she telling him how he, raised his voice at her at their house. And in his mind, he's thinking, do I need to talk to him? That shouldn't even be a question. But I'm just wondering why she brought it to him. But now, this is what's convenient. She failed to realize why he raised his voice. She was the one to bring up Melody's name change ceremony. So, of course, he don't want to hear nothing good about Melody. He don't want to hear that this woman is moving on. He don't want to hear that she dumping the last name just as the final chapter as for her to move all the way and completely on from him. He don't like that. But what my thing is, it seems like she's misrepresenting all the facts. She's making it seem like Martell is asking about the name change when he clearly didn't. She brought it up to him, so she opened that door. But you ain't heard enough of me because I ain't the one to gossip, okay? But also, I don't know if it was shade or a shot or whatever you want to call it. When she's talking about Melody and the name change ceremony, yeah, we know Mel over the top. We know Mel do things the right way, the way that we all would love to have it done. But why y'all had to make a big deal about the invitations looking like a wedding and all of this other stuff? I'm not sure how I feel about that. Now, you had the potential to be messy right then. But I digress. She did have one good thing to say, and this is what I took from it.
She's changing her name back to, what's it, Roger?
Roger that.
Roger that.
Boy, she put that on one of them t-shirts. That's gonna blow up. Thank you so much. That's gonna go viral.
Now, the next scene come up, you got Tiffany who done invited Stormy out. She's in the shop. She want to get gifts for those who participated in the Baby Aces reveal party. And that was pretty cool. But why Stormy feel the need to want to call her out on the issues that Tiffany and Kiki have? Now, she did bring up about the drink, talking about, I don't think that Kiki meant, she appeared to be apologetic about what happened, and y'all need to get over your issues. She's not the person you think. She even brought up the Carlos King's interview of how you think you better, or you say she's not good enough and all this other good stuff. I'm with Tiffany. You bringing me bull, okay? Now, this is what I can get with Tiffany. Tiffany called old girl out, and she really couldn't handle it. When Tiffany asked her was she stirring the pot, she switched gears. You see the demeanor on her face change. She could not handle it. When I say she can't handle it, girlfriend can dish it, but she can't take it back. You want to call Tiffany out, but when Tiffany call you out, you want to get defensive and say, don't do that. Don't do that. No, that's not cool. If you want to call her out, she can call you out on stirring the pot, because that's what you do.
This Stormy stirring the pot. Don't do that. But I'm saying, because I ain't got to stir anything, don't do that.
All right, so y'all, this is what we was waiting for. Melody's name change ceremony. And what I could truly, truly appreciate the most with all of her name change ceremony, she recorded the music that she actually entered to. And I think that impacted the ceremony.
Take me back to the roots of all things, back to the beginning of me, to the family who held me
she was singing a song of gratitude to those who were there for her when she needed it the most.
We're here today to celebrate the potential of the amazing Melody Cherie Rogers.
I, Melody Cherie Rogers,
Receive back my God-given name,
receive back my God-given name,
in which I was birthed into
in which I was birthed into
via my parents that represents life, love, and legacy.
via my parents that represent life, love, and legacy.
I hold on to this name
I hold on to this name
until God sees fit.
until God sees fit.
Amen.
Amen.
Her mother even gave words of encouragement, empowerment, ensuring her that her legacy is intact, not as a Hope, but as a Rogers. Oh, it was truly a beautiful moment. But child, like at every great party, as soon as it's getting started, she's greeting the guests and whatnot. Some mess got to come her way. Why did it have to come by the way of Nell? Go on and shut her down, Mel.
I need to speak with you. He wants to say your infidelity. Your infidelity before while y'all was married. He calls her.
I'm so tired of him lying. Well, you know what? He's not here.
Yeah.
His spirit is not
You
here.
right.
The spirit of division, the spirit of pitting women against each other. I'm not worried about the past. I'm worried about my future. And you're here helping me celebrate
Yeah.
this new future. Now let's go eat.
Okay.
So this scene here opens up with Stormy having a business meeting with Cal, or the person who's involved in her business. He has some type of title, CEO, CNO. I'm not sure what the title is, but he has some high ranking title. And they're in her home with this business meeting. And what I don't get, who hosts a business meeting in their house where who's ever coming stays in their house? I don't know. That sound almost like kidnapping to me. He come there for a couple days, stay in their house. They discussing business or whatever they need to discuss. I'd rather be put up in a hotel. Though. I don't want to come to your house. You got dogs in the house. You got children. Well, she got one kid. I ain't gonna say children, but I don't want to stay in your house if I'm coming there to discuss business. But now I'm gonna tell you this. Keep in mind, this is the first time we done seen this little fella. But I thought it was interesting how he put it out on TV, how she almost lost everything before him. I think he's building up his portfolio, okay? But you ain't heard nothing from me because I ain't the one to gossip. But this is probably what struck me, or probably was an ick for me. Why you always crying? Why you always got to be crying, whether it's a business meeting, whether somebody telling you something you don't want to hear? I don't know what it is. And I'm just not feeling her tears. Her tears means absolutely nothing to me. I think that she cried enough to water a garden, but I don't think I would want to eat the fruits or vegetables that comes from it. I think it's interesting how she can break down and cry at the drop of a dime. Don't take much. Just say one or two words. She's instantly triggered with the waterworks. I just can't buy this coming from Stormy. Not no thug. What thug cry like that? Okay, so now the last scene. It opened up with the Fletchers having their family dinner. They got all their children together. Even one of Nell's nieces, who she said she had a hand in raising. And that was all fine. It looked like it had the potential to be something good. But it was just certain things about the dinner that I just didn't really care for. Like the niece. Nell had to mention how she fired her from the daycare and want to ask her, are you working? And I heard you lost your job. And are you working? Now, little stuff like that, that in my mind, it was just simple gaslighting. Simple and pure gaslighting. But then I like the way Denise checked her saying, I don't come to you with everything because you overreact. And I really don't want to hear your mouth. So at that point, that's when Nell want to get everybody at the table and realizes she's not the favorite, that they favor Chris over her. And she really had a problem with that. Why is Nell in competition with Chris with the kids? I don't get that. Just make sure the children are on the right path. building them up for success. Who cares by who hands it comes from? Y'all are one. Y'all are married. Y'all are a couple. I'm just glad that they feel comfortable talking to somebody, whether it's you or Chris. Leave them kids alone. Don't forget to click like, comment, and share.